How do you break through plateaus? I'm going to give you a couple of different methods in this video that work very well for doing this. Here's the truth. I don't really hit plateaus in my training. I can't think of being really stuck at something as long as I'm progressing, because I've built in these sort of training methods, these tactics I'm going to show you, into how I actually train. So let's discuss what they are. Here's the problem with so many strength training methods and systems and programs that people put out. Let's pick on 5x5, for example, where you're tied in and you're doing the specific set and rep scheme. Sometimes it's more of a 3x5, the first two sets are warm-up sets, sometimes it's actually 5x5, doesn't really matter, but here's the thing. When you're doing something like that, you're always working with the same weight. Let's pick on, let's just say you're doing pull-ups, and you're working towards weighted pull-ups, or chin-ups here. So I'm doing this, and I work on it. Once I can do body weight, I may add 5 pounds, I may add 10 pounds, and then continue to try to hit 3 sets of 5, whatever it happens to be after the warm-up sets. And you'll make some progress this way, but then inevitably you're going to hit a plateau. You're not going to progress from workout to workout. You're going to have to work a lot harder in order to work out. So what do you do if you hit this point? I would change up how you're attacking the exercise, change up the load. That's the main thing I think that will help you break through plateaus. The body doesn't like to progress linearly. If you're always doing the same workout, the same weight with an exercise from one workout to the next, then your body is going to adapt to that. Eventually it's going to stop really progressing. But if you change up how you hit it. So here, earlier today, I was doing a 110-pound chin-up. I set up new max for myself. Just barely got the chin over the bar, but I'm going to count it. But you know what? Sometimes I do really light chin-ups, even lighter than body weight. I'll come and use this band and do a whole bunch of reps. And I can do lots of reps like this. Even more than I can with body weight, of course, because it's even lighter than body weight. Sometimes I'll do 50 pounds, sometimes 30 pounds, sometimes 80 pounds. So I'm working all over the place. I keep a good track of where I'm at in my journal, and that allows me to continue to progress with what I'm doing. When I come back to something, it may be a couple weeks before I end up doing the same weight again, but always, if I do it properly, if I'm paying attention to how my body feels, I'm going to be setting new PRs, more reps in a single set, more total volume, all sorts of things, and this leads to those big max PRs that I'm really aiming for much of the time. So this is built into my training. If you get stuck at a plateau doing something like 5x5, then at the very least, change it up. Do 5 sets of 20 or something. Do a single all-out set. Lots of different options there. Good way to mix it up. Here's another method. Pay attention to what your weakness in an actual exercise happens to be. I did this example in a previous video talking about isometrics, but in my deadlift, I'm strong off the floor, I'm strong at the top. My weak point tends to be around the knee area. So instead of always just focusing on that exercise, I'm specifically working on my weakened area by doing some partials, doing some isometrics, all sorts of different ways to do it. So this is going to be much stronger at this range of motion. It's going to make my strength here, instead of using momentum off of the ground, I'm going to have strength here to continue the pull. And working with lighter, heavier weights. Same thing goes with this exercise, these partial assistance exercises I'm working on. They apply to what I'm doing with that lift, and that's going to keep it going up and up until I hit my goal. So, a couple options here. Like I said, build these into your training, and you won't hit plateaus at all.